Alarak, did you hear that?
Oh, what now?
Was that a Storm? The High Templar is the iconic Protoss spellcaster. They are warped in from a gateway, but do require the presence of a Templar Archives. The Archives requires a Twilight Council, which requires a Cyber Core. So, yeah, they are a little tech heavy. As usual for spellcasters, they do not have much health or attack damage, but their 3 abilities are seriously nice. The first ability is Feedback. It costs 50 energy and is only usable on enemy targets that also have energy. The ability destroys the target's current energy and deals damage to the target at a rate of 0.5 damage per point of energy. Who knew that leaving a 1-star review could be that hurtful? To rephrase, this enemy ghost has 200 energy and 95 health currently. With a little bit of quick math, we can estimate that Feedback should deal 100 damage, which should kill the ghost. Since Feedback only affects units that have energy, it is the go-to answer against enemy spellcasters. The second ability is the main event, Psionic Storm. This gorgeous spell is one of the Protoss primary options for splash damage. It is researched from the Templar Archives with a cost of 200 minerals and 200 gas.
Research complete.
Once the research is complete and a Templar has at least 75 energy, you are ready to rock. Storms are targeted at a location, and know that their damage does not stack. In other words, you can cast multiple storms in a single area, but the units will only take damage from one storm at a time. Storm deals 80 damage over 3 seconds to all units. Enemy, friendly, ground, and air. It does not matter. However, Storm does not damage buildings in the area, because in the 26th century, I guess everything is built like a storm shelter. Even Zerg buildings. It's weird. The third ability is not really an ability, but it is worth mentioning. Merge to Archon. There is no energy requirement, but the cost is 2 Templar, high or dark. Yes, you lose the Templar to create the Archon. Is it worth it? If you don't need the storms, hell yeah. Archons are seriously awesome. I digress though, as this guide is focused on the High Templar, not the Archon. Since the days of the original Starcraft, the wrath and fury of the High Templar has been well known amongst terrified Marines and Zerglings. How to deal with Templar depends quite heavily on the matchup, but if you want to try and think about it generally, it is similar to fighting other spellcasters and splash damage. For feedback, you can either keep your own energy users safe, or try to use up their energy so that the feedback does not do as much damage. For Storm, Keep your forces loosely spread and ready to move. Storms deal damage over time, so if you can get out quickly, you won't take that full 80 damage. Terran players, High Templar are a common sight in the mid to late stages of the game, since Protoss relies so heavily on splash damage for the matchup. The standard counter to work towards is technically Ghosts. Although the Templar are susceptible to both steady targeting and EMP, I would advise you to just focus on the EMP ability.
Confirmed. Target in my sights.
Not interested in Ghosts? Yeah, me neither. Even if I am playing Bio, I greatly prefer to tech into Liberators and their Fusion Core upgrade. Their anti-ground mode is excellent at zoning away enemy forces and will punish those pesky Templar that are looking for a juicy storm. As a final note, if you struggle with Storm, you could experiment with mech builds too. Mech units such as siege tanks and Thors have much higher health than bio units, which makes them less vulnerable to storm damage. It takes 5 storms to kill a Thor. Good luck with that one, Protoss. Protoss, in a standard PvP match, if such a thing even exists, you are unlikely to see High Templar for any reason other than to become Archons. Protoss units are generally too durable for Storm to be worthwhile. There are some exceptions to that rule though, such as if you're up against mass Void Rays. Your best bet to countering High Templar though is a strong, durable army. You want units like Immortals, like Archons or Colossi. Zerg players, dealing with High Templar can feel frustrating. Storm is, by design, a superpower against swarms of small, light units like Zerglings, like Banelings, or Hydralisks even. The key to standing up to the Templar is similar to the other matchups. You need a hardy, durable army. Your best choices are at Hive Tech, either upgraded Lurkers or Ultralisks. For some though, surviving to Hive Tech may not be easy. In that situation, you can choose to lean heavily on roaches for defense, or play more aggressively to try and keep the Protoss focus away from your bases. The goal is to get to Hive. In this humble random player's opinion, High Templar are one of the strongest and most exciting sources of splash damage that the Protoss can field. Whether it be for their harsh feedback, the even harsher storms, or the overwhelming power of Archons, the Templar's value is never to be underestimated. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.